I have a voice, and I intend to use it. That was something I came up with back in 2016, senior year of high school. All the seniors with their senior photos get to add a senior quote. A lot of people would choose famous quotes, movie quotes, funny memes, inside jokes, various different things. But for me, I wanted something that defined who I was and who I wanted to be. And something that was not anyone else's words, but my own words. And so that is the quote I came up with. And I am bringing that up now because I'm coming back. I know it's been quite a while since you've heard from me on the channel or even on social media, but I'm back. I'm coming back. For those of you wondering why I've been gone, where I've been at this whole time, to keep it brief, I was stuck. Life threw a lot of challenges at me, many all at once, and it just made me lose motivation to be creative, and I defaulted to a state of survive and just get by. And basically for over the year that it's been, that's what I've been doing. I've been feeling stuck, and I've been just indulging in little things to keep me going. Whether it's playing video games, trying to stay close with the friends I have, watching videos, and trying to maintain my basic needs. That's been my life. Not very exciting, and frankly, not a life I want to keep living. But recently, there's been a spark in me, a flame that emerged out of what some might be calling right now complete darkness. Despite what may be some of the hardest times that we may face in this country, I made the decision that I'm going to live my life. And not just that, I'm going to fight for it. For too long, I have wasted a lot of my youth hating myself or having to hide or mask myself to feel like I could fit in, to be accepted by others, and to be deserving of any kind of love and joy. And I'm just, frankly, done doing that. In truth, I expected to, as with these late events coming out, I expected to melt, to completely break down, to throw up my hands in defeat and say I either have to run from this country or run from my life. That's what I thought I was going to feel. But I began to take a moment to reflect on what I currently have, the things I've experienced, the things I've seen. I reminded myself of the family that I do have that supports me, the friends I have that support me, and the big thing that really lit the fire was the community that I have found through, online. And the specific community I'm highlighting is the mythical beast community. For those of you that have seen my video talking about me going to Mythicon back in 2022, you know the tale, but for those who are new, I'm going to reiterate it now because it is very important to me and to why I am making the choices I am now going forward. When I went to Mythicon, I had only recently come out as a transgender person, specifically transmasculine, he, they identifying person. Before then, I had initially only come out as non-binary and still implementing she pronouns because I was frankly scared to commit to my true identity, whether it was fear of my family accepting me or the world accepting me. And through the help of, specifically, I want to shout out my sister, who is my rock, my best friend, and the biggest support I have in my life, and I'm very grateful to have them. They helped me fully accept and realize that it was okay to be starting to go out as trans, and that could be who I am. That was okay. And I had only, because of that, started recently presenting myself in that way, but there was still a lot of trepidation, a lot of fear, and there was also some doubts in the back of my mind, questioning if I'm making the right decision. Am I just going to regret this? Am I just crazy, misunderstanding it? All of those thoughts. And I had yet at that point to really go out in public, to socialize and present myself fully at that point, because of all the fear and doubts. And I think many others who are transgender or gender nonconforming, I think they've gone through that as well. But my first real test of, seeing if this is right was going to Mythicon. And not only was that a big step for me, because that was the first time I had gone out to a public event completely alone, not with close family, not with friends, completely on my own, but also out presenting. I had my vest on, which was not as blinged out as it is today. I had my pronoun badge, and I was being me, introducing myself as Ev and not as I once was, saying I go by he, they. And I knew that this community was a place of positivity and love, but it wasn't truly shown to me until I went to that event. And I specifically want to highlight Ear Biscuits Live at that event. I was one of the lucky mythical beasts who submitted a question for them to answer, got to be brought up to the front of the stage and asked the question, and given an opportunity to talk to Rhett and Link directly. And even though my question wasn't necessarily related to this, I took the opportunity to directly tell them that they were the real reason I got to the point of being able to come out as transgender, which is true. They instilled curiosity in me, inspired me to be more analytical of myself, to be open to new ideas and perspectives, and that change is a good thing. Mainly through watching Ear Biscuits, but also just the kind of character that they display through their show, how they work with their employees, just being the kind of people they are and putting that into the world. And I wanted to make that known to them. What I was not prepared for in that moment, though, was the 1,600 about-ish mythical beasts there in the crowd, all behind me, just suddenly immensely cheering for me. And it was one of those moments where it felt like it went on for hours. That moment just hung there. And, there was a lot of fear to say this there. You don't know what the reception's going to be when you say such a big thing like that to, especially your idols. I mean, look at this. You might say that I kind of admire these people and their work a bit. At least a little bit. But to have all of these people just immediately be there for me, and even though there weren't necessarily words being said in those cheers, I felt the love and the acceptance in that moment. And that moment alone, when all of these people came around for me in that moment, that was when the doubts died. And that was when I knew I don't have to be afraid. This is who I am. And I do deserve to be loved, appreciated, and to live my life. And it was that day that made me officially say, I have the confidence to go forward. And I started medical transitioning only a few months later because of that. Because of just that small pocket of the community being outspoken in that moment, they forever changed my life. I have seen firsthand what people can do when they come together. I have felt the impact. And it is moments like that, and specifically that moment, that gives me hope. And we need that now more than ever. We are in a time where what we need to do is be there for each other, support each other, lift each other up. And even if I don't have as much to provide as I would like to be able to provide, I hope that I can at least maybe help support you, help conjure a community of people that are there for each other, and maybe just give you a moment of positivity. So here's my promise I am making, not just to you, but to myself. I am going to live my life, and I am not going to change my identity, my beliefs, for anyone. And I am going to fight for not just my rights, but I want to fight for your rights. Rights to be who you are without question. Rights to have full control of your body and the choices you make with it. I want to fight for all of that. For a better future. One where we can all enjoy life as ourselves, and even with the differences we have in belief and culture, race, gender, sexuality, despite that, we can come to understanding and respect each other. I know it's possible. I've seen it in past history, and I have witnessed what people can do when they come together in real life in my lifetime. And I'm only 26 right now. I still have life to live, and I'm not going to let one person or one government dictate my life. And I'm going to be honest with you, I am scared. It's a scary time. There's so much uncertainty, and the things that may be certain are incredibly frightening. And I want to say all that you're feeling right now is justified. It's justified to be angry, to be frustrated, to be scared, to be devastated. Everything you're feeling is justified. But we can't give up. And I know that might be really hard to say for a lot of people, especially if you're in a place that doesn't feel safe right now. If you are stuck with family that doesn't support you, or in a state that doesn't support you. I can understand wanting to run away from it. And I'm not going to take that feeling away from you. You're justified to feel that way. And if you're in a place where you have to run away, I'm not going to stop you. You need to, first off, do what is necessary to be safe. Protect yourself. Take care of your physical health, your mental health. Take care of yourself. And right now, that's what I think we need to do. Take care of yourself. Do the things that make you happy. Focus on that. And remind yourself that you are not alone. Even if you are physically surrounded by people that don't have your back, there are people here that have your back. And now we have to fight for each other. We have to help each other. We have to listen to each other, lift each other up, and be each other's beacons of light. We have to be the phoenix rising from the ashes. And that's how I feel right now. I feel like I have finally reached the brink of everything, feeling like it's burning to the ground. And yet there is still a fire in me. And I'm not going to let it go out completely. And I'm going to let that fire grow as much as I can. And so I'm going to do everything I can, whether it be locally or speaking out. I'm going to use my voice. Because like I said, I have a voice. And I intend to use it. Whether it be for speaking out for my rights, protecting others, or simply saying jokes, singing songs, and providing entertainment and little sparks of positivity where I can. That's what I'm going to do. So if you want an official channel game plan, here's what it's going to be. I'm not going to give any specific scheduling because I'm giving myself the grace to, if I need to, because there's a lot of emotions going on right now. If I need a day to just focus on myself and relax, I'm going to give myself the grace to do that. I'm going to do what I have to take care of myself, and that's okay. But I do have plans to make more art. I'm going to do more cover songs. I'm going to finally take the time to practice my guitar, maybe make some more original songs, level up what I can do with cover songs, not just taking karaoke and instrumental tracks from other people. I'm going to invest in myself and the things that I love to do. I'm going to finally invest in my life. And I'm not going to hide myself. I'm going to wear my loud-ass vest that projects exactly who I am. And I'm not going to hide that from the world. I'm not going to shelter it from myself anymore. Because this be Ev. And I'm not going to let anyone change that. So, yeah, I'm back. I will be coming back. You will see more from me. You will hear more from me. And I'm going to keep going regardless of what is to come in the years ahead of us. And I really hope that you'll hold on to hope as I am. But just know that I am here for you. I see you out there. And I'm happy to support you however I can. That's what we all need to do. Reach out to our positive communities, lift each other up, and may there be people that hate, that speak out violently and be fully enraged. Yeah, there's a lot of scary things and intense things that are to come. But you have to remember, you are not alone. And we're going to do whatever we can to help each other. We have to. I'm not giving up. I expected myself to completely melt down. But I want to live. I have been in that dark place before where I wanted to just completely check out. I have attempted it before. But I can still stand here and say I'm grateful that I failed then. Because I want nothing more than to live my life. And even if it seems like it's impossible to fully do that, I refuse to give up. Not without a hard fight. So, that's about it. I hope that I wasn't too rambly in this. I mean, I'm pretty rusty. Haven't been on camera for well over a year. But I'm going to keep at it. And hopefully it's not all just going to be intense emotional updates. But, if important things in my life do happen, I'm going to update it. But right now I'm going to, come up with some art projects, put them up, maybe think of some things I want to talk about, some silly things, movies, media, things like that. I'll talk about that. Might play a couple games. If I can think of enough things to provide, I might put up a Patreon just so, a little financial help always helps, especially in these times. But, obviously not obligated, but something I want to try and do. Who knows, maybe I'll do a couple of live streams and stuff. I don't know, but I'm not going to stop. I've been stuck for over a year, and I've been in miserable places throughout my life, and I'm done doing that. I'm gonna be 30 in 4 years. I need to enjoy my 20s while they're still here, and I'm gonna live them. That's about all I have to say right now, but you're gonna hear more from me. Thank you guys for watching. For those of you who have stayed subscribed, I appreciate you. For the few newcomers that have come, thank you and welcome. I hope that this can be a place of positivity, fun, love, and support. I hope that you'll do what you can to take care of yourself. I'm going to do the same. I'm here for you. And I hope that if I need it, you'll be here for me. It's a scary time, but we can do it. This country's done it before, and I know that this community is capable of some real good. And there are so many other people out there, when they get together, they can do some real good. So, thank you guys for watching, and I hope I'll be seeing you guys again real soon. Take care, everyone.